What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It is the 8th day of August today, and here we are at about 15 cents with 2 days, 23 hours left in this week. And if the chart would load, forgive me, I've got slow internet out here. And it will load. It's loading right now. There we go. Daily time frame. We've got about 22 hours, 40 minutes left in the day here. 6.7% up yesterday. Nice to see. It's very possible that we found our low in Cookie, you guys. And the reason why I say that primarily comes from the fact that I very much do believe that we found our low with Bitcoin, right? That's every day the confidence in that assessment is growing stronger and stronger. Looking at Cookie DAO here, you've had quite the fall. Quite the fall indeed. If we look at this from a relative low to relative high perspective, you did tip your 1272 perfectly. You really did. And what you did here was a bit deceptive afterwards, right? You found support at the 1272. You did something that's very classic when working your way lower. Okay, you came up to the 886 and found immaculate resistance there. On a daily time frame, you basically engulfed that whole day where you found that the resistance at the 886 engulfed it. And then you turned around for whatever reason. You turned around. You came up, and you're back at the 886 again. The second, actually, you even went to the 786. The second attempt here weakens this zone, and it makes me think that you're going to push higher. Now, you push higher, you still could come back down. It's common enough to go to the golden ratio and work your way lower. It's possible. It could happen. But I like this look. It's a bit deceptive, and it's not deceptive to the bulls, it's deceptive to the bears. And what's deceptive to the bears is good. What's deceptive to the bulls, like here, whenever we broke out of this zone, it was deceptive. That was bad. You know, it was very bad. So I don't know. I'm kind of anticipating that we see some growth potentially today. We did get a little bit of growth yesterday there on the 7th. Looking at this on a daily time frame, we have bounced off the oversold zone, something we've done before. The last time we bounced off the oversold zone, we went from about 15 cents all the way up to 22 cents. Here we are now at about 15 cents now. Bounced off this again at about 13.3 cents, 13.2 cents. Might we go higher? I think we might. We got our stochastics up out of the oversold zone, looking good, and the daily RS or MACD looks like it wants to cross up, proving that this was a false cross to the downside on the zero, and that we might actually cross up and see some bullish stuff going for us. We've got a lot of bullish stuff going for us on the daily time frame here for the RSI, or sorry, for these indicators for the RSI, the stochastics, and the MACD. And I mean, if this is a lower high, lower low kind of dynamic, I mean, you look like you're setting something up. You're setting something different up right now. Why can't I talk? It's sleep deprivation. That's why. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this here. I mean, I like the price action. It looks bullish enough. Getting some volume on the way up. You got volume on the way down, but you didn't get a lower low. You got volume on the way up, and you got a higher high. That's bullish, guys. It's bullish stuff. If we're looking at this, I mean, it kind of looks like a W, doesn't it? It kind of does look like a W pattern. I would say it is. W pattern here, right? WTF, mate, you're going all the way up to about 18.50 or more, probably. 18.5 cents. You will go to $18 inevitably. I think that you will. But yeah, you got a lot of potential. High to low here. Oh, wow. You're doing the same thing in reverse now, aren't you? Isn't that funny? The serendipity of the fibs. You tipped the 1272, but this time you did go below the 886. You actually found some support on it, but then came lower. Down to the golden ratio for support, and you're coming up. See, I told you it is common enough to do this, but now we're doing it in the reverse order to the upside. I would think we move up, man. It looks good enough, in my opinion. The next target area would be 16.75, and that's all fun and games. What would the area be that we need to cross above to validate that we have found the low? I'm going to take 2 fibs to help determine that, okay? And I'll tell you what my thoughts are. That's it. That does it, yeah. So to validate this as a low, I would say we need to get above 22 cents, essentially. Yeah. These fibs are not helpful. Right? What's very helpful, I suppose, is that we do see some areas of congruence and significance. 19.5 cents, effectively 20 cents, is significant. But I don't know if getting above there is enough to suggest that we found our low. We very well could reject this 382, could reject this 382, and go lower. It's not enough. It's a lower high overall, right? The golden ratio up here comes in line very well with the 236, and that would validate the low being at 24.7 cents to 25 cents. But at that point, we're already above this high. So of course you validated it as a low, right? Oh, don't worry, guys. We're gonna wait till it's valid. It's hey, guess what? It's valid now. That's you know what I mean? It's like we're gonna wait to validate this low. Guess what, guys? It's a valid low. And sure, it was a safe move for that little bit there, but you missed a good bit of the move. I want to be a little bit more preemptive than that, and I think the only way to do that is to disregard the fibs entirely, and just take it for what we can see, which is it's a low, valid low once we get above this high. That's that, 22 cents. So 15 cents now, get above 22 cents to validate this low. Until then, we're just guessing or assuming that it is the low, and I am assuming that it is the low. We take this relative low to high again. You bounce right off the golden ratio, the 618, beautiful. Finding resistance at the 0.5, that's not necessarily encouraging, but let's see what you do with the coming days. I think the 1 hour does look good enough for continuation, immediate continuation. I mean, it's on the 1 hour time frame, so of course. The RSI, double top at the overbought zone, I'm not a fan. Double top in the stochastics, I'm not a fan. And at the MACD here, you're crossing above the zero. I am a fan. I'm a fan of that. But keep doing it. Don't stop here and then come down and reject. Don't do that, right? You don't want to do stuff like this. That promotes lower prices, I believe. Yeah, you went a little bit lower slowly here. Keep going. I would like it if today closed green. I don't care how green, but ideally above 16 cents would be nice. But 15.5 cents, 18 cents, twist my arm, right? Whatever. Move up. Move up. That's really the only requirement that we have. Don't stay here, and definitely don't move lower on a daily basis, because if you do, we likely then will move lower. And where would we go if we are to move lower? Let's see, from a low here to a high there. Come on now. Low to high. We'd either move down to about 11.7 cents or maybe even 10 cents, psychological support at 10 cents. I don't see Cookie DAO dropping that much, but I didn't see it dropping this much, to be completely fair. So who am I to say? But I do anticipate one way or another, if this is not the low, we're probably very near the low. I am calling officially right now, I am calling for this to be the low. We're just waiting on confirmation. Confirmation comes at 22 cents. We get above 22 cents, it's time to start talking about higher prices. We can talk about that now, though. We can foresee the future from a high to a low here, because we're not going to go below this low, that's for damn sure. High to low here, likely the target area intended would be about $1.65 to $3.90, something in this area. I'm in favor of the upper limits, not the lower limits, and that's only because I'm bullish. No, I'm in favor of them because I think it's more probable. I really don't think that we'd stop at $1.65, but time will tell. We spent all this time consolidating, accumulating all these things that Cookie's building, and just being productive. We got more hype now than ever, and we're going to stop at our minimum target? No, I don't know. 235. Alt season starting? No. 235, 390, somewhere in that area. I'm thinking 250 to 270 personally. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.